It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A volunteer firefighter turned arsonist has been jailed for deliberately lighting fires around Lake Macquarie and the Central Coast. Alex Noble will serve up to 2 years behind bars for the 15 fires he lit last year and in 2012. The 22-year-old maintained he lit the fires so he could get more experience in putting them out, which would boost his chances of becoming a professional firefighter. He'll be eligible for parole in December next year. Friends are paying tribute to a 16-year-old girl who was struck and killed by a car at Edgeworth yesterday. Courtney Plain was hit by a four-wheel drive while crossing Main Road on her way to Glendale High School. The Education Department says the Year 11 student was very popular with her peers and staff, while her friends have posted messages on her Facebook tribute page. Newcastle is being encouraged to look to Melbourne as an example of a successful revitalisation project. Federal member for Melbourne, Adam Bant, has been invited to outline the strategies and pitfalls encountered, with small venues being the cornerstone of the project. Newcastle Greens councillor Michael Osborne says diversity is the key to attracting more people into the CBD.
One of the key things that Melbourne has done is have a diversity of venues, so small bars and small venues and restaurants and cafes that are open into the night, but a diversity of those venues. So some are the higher end of town and some are a bit grungier, but all of those different venues provide lots of opportunities for a variety of people to come into the city.
Police say a man is lucky to be alive after a serious fall at Newcastle East. He was walking near Shortland Esplanade around 3:30 this morning when he tripped and fell 5 metres downstairs. He's now in the John Hunter Hospital with a broken leg. Glass and glazing businesses in the Hunter are set to receive some much-needed support from WorkCover. The agency has launched a new initiative to provide targeted assistance to associated industry sectors opting to focus on workplace health and safety compliance after a spike in incidents in recent years. Tony Williams from WorkCover says he'll be working closely with regional businesses to ensure they receive adequate support and advice on specific safety risks.
Our key focus here is to provide advice and guidance to businesses to help them improve. And look, we'll be doing a number of things. We'll be working hand in hand with the industry association to identify those businesses that we can support. We'll be offering to undertake free advisory visits to those workplaces.
Forensic police have launched an investigation into the cause of a fire which destroyed a large shed at Maryland early today. Fire crews arrived at a large property on Whistler Parade around 2 this morning to find the shed engulfed in flames. Several cars and personal property inside the shed were destroyed. No one was home at the nearby house at the time. Police suspect the fire was deliberately lit. More than 400 Lake Macquarie residents have joined the Backyard Habitat for Wildlife program at the recent Living Smart Festival. More than 4,000 plants were handed out during the event's native plant giveaway, helping to create awareness of the program, which helps households create a habitat for wildlife in their neighbourhood. Council's acting manager of sustainability, Hugh Cross, says backyard biodiversity is important.
The aim's to try and help people improve the habitat in their backyard. Of course, it includes your front yard. You might have a bigger front yard in your backyard, but the idea is that as we clear and build houses, there's obviously a lot of loss of vegetation, or it might have been long gone, it might have been grazing land before, and it can be very lonely without our friends, the birds.
Now with sport, Madeline Seville.
Newcastle Jets will be fighting to overcome their underdogs title as they head into round one of the A-League season against the Mariners this weekend. Jets defender David Carney says Newcastle weren't the favourites when they last won the A-League, so it can be done.
Hopefully we can get off to a good start. You know, we don't want to really leave it to the last 5 or 6 games to go on a winning streak this year, so hopefully we can get in them playoffs early and stay in there.
Newcastle's representative cricket team will begin their Sydney T20 campaign with a double header against Gordon and St George this Sunday. This weekend's opening batsman for Newcastle, Greg Hunt, says if the team don't make the top 4 in the competition, they haven't done their job. And Newcastle District will gain 9 new cricket umpires this Saturday, bringing their total number of accredited umpires to 45. They'll make their debuts in 2nd and 3rd grades. That's sport. I'm Madeline Seville.
2 NURFM News Time 26 to 9.